I just filmed this video, got halfway through it, wasn't recording. So, welcome to my YouTube channel where nothing goes right, but I'm glad you're here. If you've watched my videos before, you know I do weekly teacher vlogs, but this week I just wanted to switch it up, do something a little different, and tell you guys like my 10 truths about being a first-year teacher. So I'm a first-year teacher in the state of Florida, the second poorest county, and I teach high school. I have 155 kids, and they're freshmen and sophomores, so I see it all. I see more than I want to, but that's the truth. I just wanted to share with you guys like my 10 teacher truths today, and hopefully you guys will be able to take something from it. Number one is the reason you'll see me looking down this list is you will get teacher brain as a first year teacher. You have a million kids calling your name at once, trying to keep track of who's in the bathroom, who's in the nurse, who doesn't bring their paper, who doesn't bring their pencil, what are our different learning levels, who learns best, who's our anger management kid, who's our emotional flight rest. Like, it's all happening at once, and you will go brain dead. I'm not kidding. Usually by the end of the day, someone will ask me a question. I just kind of like, takes 2 or 3 seconds for my brain to really start rolling. So teacher brain's coming, be ready. My coworker always says you lose 2 IQ points every year that you're a teacher because you're just so like bombarded nonstop. The next thing that I want to talk to you guys about is administration work. I don't necessarily mean this in a bad way, but you know, being a teacher, you think like, oh, I'm gonna teach content, work with kids all the time. The reality is you have a ton of just like admin stuff you need to do. You have IPs and you're gonna have meetings, and you're gonna have consult logs, and you're just gonna have stuff, like just general stuff. Your administration needs you just like you need them. So sometimes you're doing, not sometimes, there's pretty much always paperwork to be filled out. Anytime you think you're finally done, another email rolls through with more stuff. But a lot of admin teams are really good about keeping that as minimal as they can. Now, this was kind of a new one for me, is your kids will not trust you initially. At least like mine didn't trust me. So I'm at a super small community here, and first day of school, I stood at my door just like they always say to do, and like greeted all my children with like, good morning, how are you? Wonderful to see you on the first day. And they all came in, they sat down at their assigned seat, and I was like, okay, you guys, I'm gonna need you to like write down your name, your parent or guardian's name, and a phone number, like in case anything goes wrong. And one of my kids looks at me and goes, why? We don't know you. You don't need to know this information about us. And it was kind of like this, oh, moment for me. I'm like, some of my students have, you know, adults in their lives that are just in and out, in and out, in and out. They don't know me. They're totally right. You have to give a little to get a little in the beginning. So building that trust, I would say with my students, took 9 weeks. 9 weeks of me standing at that door every single day saying, good morning, how are you? Positive phone calls home. Yes, those were huge. I did call home for good things the first 9 weeks, and I still should. I usually send now like little letters or postcards, but definitely expect 9 weeks of just building those relationships. Some will come faster than others. Personal health. Ooh, yes. This is me today. Some days you are going to wake up with a tickle in your throat, not bad enough to call in sick, don't have any sub-plans written, but you're not feeling great. Those are the days that you need to have stuff ready to go. My favorite thing to do is have like crossword puzzles made up. If you Google crossword like maker or your subject like minerals and mining crossword puzzle, there will be 101 things either you can make yourself or that are already made up online. You can download those, and those are 10 out of 10. So my kids will like come and sit and work on a crossword puzzle that's all their vocab for this unit. It's great, and I don't have to say a lot because I'm not feeling great. My co-teacher, her favorite thing to do, or not co-teacher, my mentor teacher, her favorite thing to do is put on like a science movie and have the kids create a spider graph, so like write a subject and then come up with all these different facts about that subject. And you guys are gonna find that your like personal health, whether it's a tickle in your throat or your mental health, you're having teacher brain and it's like just not fixing itself, or you're just having like the dog died yesterday kind of day. You just need to be able to always have a backup plan that you can sit back. Your kids are still gonna learn something, but you can kind of relax. The next thing is, this kind of goes off that, you will never finish all of your work as a teacher, ever. You are never gonna sit back and think, I'm done. And you want to know why? You might be done with grading. You might be done with your administration work. But is your classroom clean? No. Okay, maybe that's done. Then you have to move on to your lessons. Was this lesson 10 out of 10? Was this lesson perfect? You will work yourself for hours, overtime, hours. And I don't mean like 5 hours overtime, 10 hours overtime, 20 hours overtime. I mean, you could work 24 hours a day as a teacher, constantly just making your lesson better. Every lesson can always be better. So be aware. What I try and do is I try and do 1 to 2 lessons a week, or I'll do one lesson like super engaging, super fun, like pour my heart and soul to that lesson. 2 lessons a week are gonna be more fun, and then the other 3 are kind of more like basic. And I find that's a good way for me to pace myself so I'm not just killing myself making every lesson amazing and students are up and running around. I mean, you could perfect your lesson for hours. Oh, the next one's positive. You might come home angry, you might come home frustrated, you might come home in tears, but you are going to feel so fulfilled the day that one student tells you they love you, the day that one student gives you a hug. I mean, it will happen. This is got to be one of the most frustrating and fulfilling careers you will ever work in your life. Ooh, the next thing is maybe why you'd be crying or frustrated. You're going to have bad kids. You're going to have kids with a record. You're going to have this and that. What I found is I do not look at our school's referrals. I don't look at the referral counts because I don't want to like make that preconceived notion about them. And I just try and create my classroom to be this safe space for them. I try and build that positive relationship with them. I take that time to tell them I love them and take the time to show them I care, because a lot of times they're not getting that other places, and that's made a huge difference. But remember, if a kid's giving you a hard time, or you feel like they're being mean to you, or you feel like they hate you, or you feel like personally victimized by your kid, remember, they're not a bad child. They're going through a bad time. And that was a big teacher truth that was really hard for me to get over at first. I took a lot of the things my kids said personally. Now, the next thing is a little sillier, but water, water, water. You need to drink water all day long, because as a teacher, you will run nonstop, and all of a sudden it's 6 p.m., you're at home, you're making dinner, and you're drinking your first glass of water a day. No. Girl, get you a Yeti, get you a tumbler, get you a giant jug, and drink water all day. Trust me, your skin, your sanity, everything will thank you for it. Your bladder might not. Now the next one is comfy and cute. You gotta be, as a teacher, wearing shoes that are comfortable, shoes that you can walk around in, because there's nothing worse than putting on those adorable wet shoes and you think these are gonna be the cutest teacher shoes ever. And then come 3rd period, you don't even want to get up from your desk because it hurts so bad. I wear cute tennis shoes almost every day, and those are great. Luckily, I live in Florida, so I can wear cute sandals almost every day, and those are great too, but just comfy and cute with your clothes. If you are not totally comfortable bending over, picking things up, nothing, making sure nothing's see-through, making sure you have a high neckline, stuff like that, you will be miserable. You'll constantly be boring. I wore white jeans my 2nd or 3rd week of school. Sat on chocolate, like in a spot where you shouldn't sit on chocolate. And that was before my kids trusted me, so none of them told me. That was nice. And the last thing is, which I'm sure you've heard everywhere, the bathroom. You will not be able to go to the bathroom when you want. You absolutely will have to be able to pee. Your bladder your bladder issues, your ability to control your bladder will become amazing, something unparalleled, something you thought could never exist. I have 3 opportunities to go to the bathroom in a day. I have my planning period, lunch, and when school's over. That's it. So prepare yourself, because when you have, when kids are going between classes, you're like, oh, maybe I can run to the bathroom. Oh, girl, no. You need to be out there in the hallway greeting your students, or if not greeting your students, making sure people aren't throwing food, making sure kids aren't fighting, because kids fight. But those are my 10 teacher truths. Just to sum them up, it's teacher brain, which is brain dead. Administration work, it never ends. Your kids, they might not initially trust you, but it's going to be okay. Like, you will get there. I promise you. Learn to take personal health day. Learn to make those lessons that will enable you to be the best teacher you can be. And don't kill yourself. Your work will never, ever, ever be done. Trust me, that lesson is good enough. Trust me, those kids are just fine. Take that time, because if you do not take your time to like build you or take, I was about to say take naps, please, when can you take a nap at this job? But if you don't take the time to like go home and shut off from school, stop thinking about it, you will run yourself dry. No dead teacher, not dead, but no exhausted teacher. An exhausted teacher is not a good teacher. That's what I mean to say. An exhausted teacher will never be a good teacher. Your kids want a teacher who loves them. Oh, but the day that your kids do love you is going to be the most fulfilling, magical moment ever. I promise you, you're going to get sweet notes. You're going to get hugs. You're going to get we love yous. Do they come every day? Heck no. Do they come every week? No, but they come. Just wait. And remember, the kid that's just awful and you dread them walking into your room, they're not a bad kid. They're going through a bad time. We've all been through a bad time. Just try and use that knowledge to like share some compassion or share some sympathy with them. And hydrate or die. That's reality. Hydrate or die. Get your comfy cute clothes on, because you don't want the jeans pushing into your bladder, because you're going to be able to go to the bathroom maybe 3 times throughout the school day, and you don't want to have to pee with 3 hours left to go till your bathroom break. And that's my teacher truth. I just want to say thank you guys for tagging along. I know I look like a mess. Welcome to first year teaching. It's crazy, but go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, comment down below if there's a teacher truth out there that I did not share, because other teachers might be watching this video, or other future people might be watching this video. But thank you. Have a wonderful day, you guys, and I will see y'all next week. Bye.